Hey, welcome to this video demo going over the CrossOver Symmetry shoulder routine. This is their activation routine, which is usually synonymous with a warm-up. Overall, these bands and these routines are excellent for rehabbing and also just foundationally building more resilient shoulder strength all around the rotator cuff and the back musculature. So when you're doing these, usually CrossOver Symmetry recommends a higher or lower resistance band. In general, anywhere from 12 to 20 reps is a great rep range to develop bigger muscle fiber size. Even if it's a lower resistance, you want to go to a rep number that is difficult. This should feel like it's burning, but make sure whatever number you're getting to, you are not sacrificing your form. We don't want to flare your rib cage out. Keep your core tight. And let's go over these movements right now together. So the first three are going to be anchored at eye level. So if you are using the anchors like this or on a rack, make sure they are at eye level. This first one is the high row, pulling the elbows back. Make sure you're trying to pinch those shoulder blades together as if you're pinching an imaginary pencil between your shoulder blades. Number two, I like to call these the T, making the letter T with your arms, or reverse flies. You'll see I am actually dealing with a little bit of a residual shoulder injury. My left side tends to have a little bit of a winging scap. Same movement, now externally rotating your grip, so my thumbs are pointing backwards and my palms are actually pointing up to the sky. I just held the band in a different spot, more of an external rotation demand on the shoulder. Pull down. You are basically having a little bit of a round in the back. I like to do that, and then driving those hands back with straight arms. You're really feeling the low lats of your back, your posterior chain start to work with your triceps a little bit, so keep that straight arm. Now the rest are going to be anchored at knee level. This is what they call the 90-90. I like to call it the field goal, where you're basically driving those elbows back and up, then keeping the elbow there. You're going to rotate that hand back to the level that is right next to your ears. Same movement now, just an externally rotated grip again, where I grab the skinny part of the band, not the handle, so that my thumbs are pointing back. That's just a challenge on your external rotation. And again, you can see my left little dysfunction flares up time to time, so that's why I'm doing these. Victory is what CrossOver Symmetry calls it. I call these the Ys. You're making the letter Y with your arms. Again, keep your belly braced. Keep your abs braced, like someone's going to punch you. And then using that shoulder with a straight arm, create the letter Y. If at any time this becomes difficult to the point where you feel yourself sacrificing form, just walk closer. All right, Ys again, but now with an externally rotated grip. So I like to challenge myself with the externally rotated grip. You can see my left side struggling with that. Next one, Scaption is what they call it. I was thinking about protracting my shoulders a little bit as I was doing these. You're basically doing a frontal raise as you start to do a little bit of a chest fly, straightening up, keeping the arm straight as you do the fly. So you have two movements into one here. Now here we're getting an incline press and protraction, so a little bit more focus on the protraction here. You're basically doing an incline bench press, incline press immediately into a protraction. I'm doing 2 to 3 more protractions just because it feels better for me. And if here's a side angle of what protraction really looks like. My belly's braced, pulling the shoulder joint back and shoving the shoulder joint forward. Elbow. So again, go through this routine anywhere from 1 to 3 times. If you like to do it, you can do it as much as you want. Just make sure that as you're doing this, as always, anywhere between 12, 20 reps is a good rep range, but make sure that you are keeping your torso and your abs braced. Like, think about someone just bear hugging you around your core, like they're trying to crush your spine. Brace yourself so that they can't actually squeeze you. Keep that braced contraction happening as you're doing all of these shoulder movements, and you should have some pretty resilient shoulders the more you do these. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel to keep more of these coming your way. Comment what you like, any questions you had about the video, or other parts of the body you would like to work on strength, resiliency, and I'll get those out for you.